Hey guys, it's Daniel, Arms Family Homestead. Hey, when I posted my video a week or so ago about the camp out with the kids over spring break, the comments just blew up about my walk, my homemade walk we've got. I've actually got two different ones here I was going to talk to you about a little bit. I really don't have any reason to make any more right now. Everybody wanted a DIY video on how to make them, but I'll just walk you through the process, guys. They're super simple. There's not a whole lot to it. Two different styles here, okay? This bigger one back here, I believe it's a 14-inch walk. You can see it's not real deep, it's almost flat, okay? It's just a big disc off of a garden implement, you know, a big disc plow that goes behind your tractor. Pretty simple. You just weld the hole shut on the back. If you have to, you can take a little small piece of plate steel and bend it in there and weld it on. You just weld it shut, weld that hole shut real good. And then you come on the inside and you grind it down flat. Take your grinder. It takes a while, but you can get that just as smooth as you need it. The handles are nothing but two pieces of rebar. Had a piece of pipe slid on the rebar, then you heat the rebar up and bend it into that U shape. You can see there's not a whole lot to it. Just a piece of pipe around the rebar, and then you weld that rebar onto the disc on the back side. It's a pretty flat style disc. This one's really good for slow cooking things. If you want to cook it kind of slow, you can have your heat, most of your heat right here in the middle, and then you can slide food up around the edges. It's not a real deep setting wok, so you can get your food out on the edge where it's a little cooler. You can use it to warm tortillas or whatever. Like in the video, I was cooking eggs down here, and I had my bacon after I cooked it just warming on the outside. This one works really good on the little portable propane stoves, like fish fryer type stands. A little three-legged stand with the burner on it. This thing will sit right on top of that burner, and it works perfect. You can also use it over an open fire like I did in the other video. It works just fine. It's kind of hard to control the heat, but over a propane burner, this thing is perfect. Okay, so that's that one. This one here is a little smaller. It's got a lid. The lid's super simple. We didn't weld the hole shut on the lid. We left the lid hole in it so you could release the steam. It's just a piece of bar steel bent and welded onto it. Okay, this lid works perfect for either wok, obviously. It allows you to cook things a little slower. If you got something you don't want on a high heat and you want to kind of simmer it, or you can use it to keep your food warm. When you're outside like this, it helps keep the stuff out of it, keeps debris and bugs and things out of it. That lid, if I could recommend one thing, instead of just doing the bar steel, try to find you something that you can put around that to kind of insulate it, because that lid will get hot since it's right over that vent hole. Okay, and then the second wok here, my brother actually built this one, and it's a little deeper setting. If you can tell, that wok's a little deeper. It's not nearly as flat, so it's good for if you actually need to boil something in just a little bit of water. You can boil a little water in there, or fry like fried potatoes. This one does really good with fried potatoes because they'll sit down in that lower portion and they won't burn as fast. Like I said, this disc is a little deeper. Okay, same thing with the handles, except he didn't put a piece of pipe on there. It's just a piece of steel bent and welded on. But one thing he did different with this one is he welded a stand on the bottom of it. See that? It's got 4 legs. This one's perfect for cooking over an open fire. It's a little heavy, it's a little more cumbersome. It's not one you're going to want to take with you everywhere, but that little stand is pretty handy. This little fire pit here, you can just build your fire and set this thing right over the top of your fire. It's got its own stand built on. Now you could build a stand separately out of rebar, or just some small steel or square tubing or something, and then just set your wok on it. That's probably what I would recommend. Build the stand separately, but it works good for this as long as we're just using it here. It's kind of big and cumbersome trying to move it and haul it somewhere. Of the two though, guys, I really like this other one. These handles work really well with the pipe. It doesn't burn your hands near as much. The flat disc, the flat shape of that disc cooks a lot more evenly. It's probably my favorite of the two for sure. And then when you're through using it, you just treat this stuff like cast iron, okay? So before you use it, after you use it, I don't ever put soap on them. I treat them just like I do cast iron. So like when that thing's new, you'll warm it up over the fire a little bit and take, you know, cooking oil of some sort, whatever you like to use, vegetable oil, coconut oil, whatever you like to use, and rub on it, real thin coat, let it heat up, and then apply another coat. And you can put however many coats you feel like you need to put on there, but that thing's been used for years and years and years, and it's a really good non-stick surface, just like a cast iron frying pan. So every time I use it, I'll clean it out, I'll boil a little water in it, clean it out, and let it dry over the fire. And while it's still warm, I'll take a rag and rub a little bit of vegetable oil on it. Keeps that thing in perfect shape. So if you need any more, if you have any questions or anything about these things, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to help you out as best I can. I just don't have any disc laying around right now, or I'd do a DIY video building one. I don't know, maybe if I can come up with a disc, that might be a good giveaway. May have to do that. I'm really trying to push to get to 1,000 subs. I'm over 900, and I really appreciate it. It's all because you guys like and sharing my videos and things like that. So if we can get something going, if I can find a disc, that may be an idea for a giveaway. Is I may build one of these and we'll do a drawing. We'll see. I don't know. We'll work something out though. Anyways, like I said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a great day.